Ridgemonkey Hunter 750 bait boat review. A little play around with a deeper extension and the deeper itself, and I'll show you how to connect that up to the boat and the way I've gone about putting it onto the Ridgemonkey. So yeah, stay tuned guys for a little review and a little rundown of the new boat. And at the end of the episode I'll also include a rundown of what happened in the last episode and the issues with that bait boat and how I got it resolved and how we're in this current situation. So thanks for watching guys, stay tuned, and I hope I can bring you a good video. We're even having issues getting in the lake. The padlock's frozen. I'm trying to warm it up a little bit here. We can actually get in the lake. Here we go, January fashion. The lake is frozen. Properly frozen. We'll give it a test. I suppose it will be a test for the Ridgemonkey if it can get through the ice, but let's give it a go. It's fairly thin, but will the boat be able to break through? That's the question. There's only one way to find out, isn't there? So this is probably the most extreme test of a Ridgemonkey bait boat on YouTube currently, because now the Ridgemonkey's turned into an icebreaker. So let's give it a go. Right, so this is the Fox Camelite rucksack. Boat fits absolutely perfect in it. I didn't buy it specially for this boat, I already had it. So the Ridgemonkey does come boxed in its own bag, but it's nowhere near protection. This will run through later. This is the stuff for the deeper. Right, little addition just to start with. Bought this off of eBay. I'll put the link in the description and maybe a little highlight of the posting. It's a 3D printed Ridgemonkey hopper extension. So we'll connect that to the boat, even though we're not going to be dropping any bait. But this is the boat itself. So what I'll do is I'll pull this bag down. This is the bag the boat comes in. Sorry guys, it's just so cold. Right, and that is the boat itself. So as you can see, I still haven't even removed the sticker off the voltage yet, but that's the deeper extension that I've got on the front. We'll show you how to set that up later, but a lot smaller than the Rippton. A lot smaller, a lot more lightweight, but still well built. Excellent bit of kit. As you can see in here, run through it quickly because not many videos are run through it on YouTube. I was curious to see that if these battery housings were waterproofed or locked down of any type. What I'm happy to find is they are sealed with a rubber gasket around the outside. So when you put the batteries in, I wouldn't call it waterproof, but I'd say water resistant, yes. So for any questions out there, because I've seen some on the forums, the battery covers are gasketed and will keep water ingress from happening. So that's the same on both sides. What we do is we'll get the battery in and then we'll run through it. Just a quick run. That's your voltage meter. That's your on and off button. Lights at the front. Carry handle. That's the bottom of the boat there, or the back of the boat. That's where you can put your rig in. You lift that up, rig goes in. Drop system, as you've probably seen in the Ridgemonkey videos. And that's the underneath of the boat. So what we do is now we get the batteries in and then start her up and see if it can actually drive in the water before we start getting the deeper and things set up, and then we can run through it. Right, so these are the Ridgemonkey batteries. Both come with the boat. Up the top there is the connection for the boat. I cannot remember what that connector's called now, and that's the Type-C into the boat. Both have that. You connect via that, and you can't charge via the boat. You have to take both batteries out individually, and I believe it's about 2.5 hour charging time. So what we'll do is now we'll get the batteries in. Right, so in my snazzy little deeper waterproof bag that I'm currently using as just a storage bag really, I've got my wires in there in the phone protective waterproof case. That's the deeper itself. We'll get that out and run through that later if the boat can drive. This is the deeper range extender, and we'll go through that later. This is the Ridgemonkey remote. Comes with a tether. That's how you turn it on. So you hold it down, there we are, 4 lights on. So very simple controls. That's your controller there, your joystick, lights on and off, hopper drop and controller off. So boat's on now, as you can see, lights on and off, hopper extender done. So, and to get this back, it's got a little catch in it, so you just press release, put that back up, and there you go. So what we're going to try and do now is break this ice. I don't know how it's going to go, but we'll give it a try. It is literally just sitting on top of the water. Oh, it has broke through the ice there. I think it's going to be a foul test. It's working in the water, but we can't break through the ice. Just my luck, innit? Just my luck. Right, we've got a plan B. The dogleg section of the lake is partially frozen. As you can see, it's coming up to here through to the channel, completely frozen. This section of the lake down here, it's just got that skin. It looks a little bit better around this area, but I'm not going to risk it. But yeah, the main section of the lake totally frozen. So what we do is we get the gear down and then give it its first maiden voyage. Right, so here we go. Onto the back section of the lake. It's deeper, so it looks less frozen. What we do is we give the boat a spin. So controller on, boat on. There we go, turn the lights on, and first maiden voyage out. Well, that ain't on ice. There we go. Flying. The reverse seems pretty strong. It's a lot smaller boat than what I'm used to. I had the Viper X-Range before, and then that Rippton was quite a big boat as well. So it's a lot smaller boat, but it's very, very agile. As you can see, that's going round in a circle there. I'll bring you in closer so you can actually have a look at the water rather than me. So now I'm currently using the autopilot feature. I'm not pressing a joystick. If you hold up for 5 seconds, the boat will continue in a straight direction. So we know that's working. Just going to take it to the end, just test the range, just get a bit of use out of it and get used to it. And then what I'll do is I'll come back to you when we are setting the deeper up, and then we can practice with a bit of that, and then just be interesting to find out where these fish are. Really looks like there's some bubbles out there, and some bubbles in there as well. So the fish are about, and I would probably guess that they would be in this end of the lake rather than being in the shallow frozen water. So I'll come back to you and let you know. Right, what we do for a little bit of banter is this bit's iced up here, so it's a very, very light boat. I'm not expecting much, but let's see how it sort of deals with getting through the ice a little bit there. Sorry, let me just readjust the camera here. Right, getting into the ice. You can see, yeah, it's sort of pushing it around. Let me try and zoom in a little bit more there. There we go. So this is the section of ice. It's breaking through that little bit. As it starts getting into the channel, it starts getting a little bit thicker. It's not got the best movement, but it's getting through there. So if you've got a little bit of top ice, it is viable. Right, there's the boat pulling up. What I'm going to do is just do a few clips just to see, so you can see it's sort of, it's purchasing the water. It does sit sort of low. There's not much sway though. It's good when the motors come on. Handles really, really well. really, really well. So what I'll do is I'll drive it down the bank now, just straight put it on autopilot, well, cruise control to not confuse anyone. And then, yeah, we'll see it go up and down the bank. So there we go. Quite fast for a small boat, I'll give it that. I'm very surprised. So that's it on cruise control now. So, just as the boat's coming back there, this is the deeper range extender kit. Comes in its own case, it's got its own mount for the phone and a screw top. You're meant to be fitting it onto the top of a tripod. I believe it's 1.2 or 1.4 meters. You're gonna have to check the specifications, I'm not 100% sure on that. I know it sort of needs to be at eye level as you're looking at it so I can get a good signal. We'll go through setting it up and connecting. So what the process is rather than the deeper connecting straight to your phone via Wi-Fi, the deeper connects to the range extender. The range extender then connects to your phone, gives you 200 meters of range. So I've got it quite good really. The boat's a 200 meter range and the deep is a 200 meter range. You can put a radius setting from where you are, so then you're never going to be able to lose signal with the GPS on deeper. So rather than the Rippton having its GPS but no fish finder, this is sort of that in-between ground. I actually prefer this setup, I think, because I've got the fish finder. So what we do is we run through. I'm probably going to have to take my phone mount off of the tripod to get it set up, but we're going to have a little play around. I'll try and show you the connection process. I'll show you how the deeper connects to the front of the Ridgemonkey. And we'll get that sorted, and then I'll do some screen records of the deeper, and then I can do some video with the boat and the deeper in the water at the same time, and then show you how it reflects the scans on the bottom of the water. Just take your mind, guys, this is my syndicate lake. It's only a small one. It's useful here because you can locate the fish. This whole setup here is going to France with me, so it's all about practice, and I want to get really accustomed to using this setup, and when we get to France, boom, straight out the bag, plug and play. You know exactly where you're going, you're finding your spots, and that's it. So there was some idiots in the last video going, oh, that lake's too small for a bait boat, blah blah blah. It's called practice, guys. Like, I've casted now for 20 years. Like, I know how to cast. I've had bait boats in the right circumstances. It's worth using a bait boat. Will I be using a bait boat on this lake, and will I be including it in the vlogs? 100% I will. So it's the same old stuff, isn't it? Same old stuff. So what we're going to do is we'll get the bait boat out of the water. I'll show you the deeper connection onto the tripod, and then I'll show you connecting the deeper up to the bait boat, and then yeah, we can go from there. I'm guessing this is a good image to see this, probably not to see me. Gonna need to sort out some other technology here and some other stands and setups for the deeper and the camera before we go France. But this is just a standard mounting plate for any tripod. Screw bottom here onto the bottom, so just connect that up into, or screw that in, not connect it up rather, into the top of the deeper mount. So phone goes in there, deeper range extender goes up on there. Deeper range extender, I can't see if I'm an image. Right, comes in its own case. There we go, range extender. This is the way you point it outwards. No, sorry, this is the way you point it outwards. You have the on button pointed towards you. So screwing that in. Sorry if the it's not in frame or the image is a bit poor. So yeah, there we go. Get that pointed straight. You've got this locking collar at the top just to get that nice fitment. And there we go. So what I'll do is I'll put it onto the tripod, bring you with me and show you the connection process once the deeper's on the boat. So here we go. Boat's here. Deeper's coming out of its bag. So comes with a little loop that you just plug into the existing deeper clip. That goes through to the top and screws into your deeper. So you've just got 2 points of contact there. And then that allows, as the water moves, that allows, you've got a little adjusting screw there, which I'm gonna have to play around with to work out. But that is the deeper connected to the bait boat. So now we will run through the connection process. I'll try and do some screen records and show you at the same time as what I'm connecting the deeper and the deeper pro up to. Right, deeper range extender. Deeper's on the boat. Boat goes in the water, which automatically turns the deeper on, I believe. So that's not submerged, that's in there. Deeper range extender is on. Now we've got 2 flashing lights. Sonar. So sonar's connected to the deeper. Now I'm going to need to end the video and then connect the deeper range extender up to my phone. As you can see by that last screen record, my phone automatically connected to the deeper, excuse me, which we didn't want. We wanted it connected to the range extender. So the sonar's connected to the range extender by the solid green light, and now we've got a solid green light for the phone. So now that, in theory, should work. So what I'm going to do is put my phone in the mount and open up the deeper app, and I'll show you the scans of the bottom. Just a little bit of debris on the front of the deeper there and just around the boat, but it's really managed to, it's not interfering with control at all. Still going perfectly. There's a little bit of lily pad there, as you can see. There's a little bit of foam on the back of it, it's just because it's cold. But what we'll do is we'll have a little clean up, a little pack away, and then we'll run through everything. Also check the battery voltage to see what we're at. We've had about an hour and 20 minutes probably. I've been driving it around, just cruising it and just getting used to the deeper and getting used to how the boat handles. So it'd be a good tell on battery percentage, but it's a good first little run out for the boat there. I'm just gonna have a little play around. Just see, I've picked some fish out, as you've probably seen. I'm not going to include full deeper scans because you guys don't fish this lake, so it's not really prevalent for you. But what I'll do is I'll just keep just gonna have a little play around, really. Right guys, and that's that. Just as a point of reference, I'll take this off now so you can see a bit better. We started on 12.1 volts and we're currently on 11 volts. So that's about an hour and a half of driving. So I'm not too sure what the lowest voltage is, maybe 10.6 possibly. But I mean, you ain't going to be using it for that long. You're going to be doing a few runs, a few scans, and you can put the batteries back on charge. So I think it's done really well, really well. So that's the boat again. You can see that's about the water line. So it looks like it's sitting deep, but really, is it sitting that deep? It's hard to say. I mean, with bait loaded in, it's going to push it down, and with the deeper, of course, that's sort of creating a bit of restriction there on the flow underneath the bow, but it's done really well. So what we'll do is I'm going to have a walk back and then we'll do some final thoughts and then an update on the situation with the other bait boat. Right guys, final thoughts on the Ridgemonkey Hunter 750. Would I recommend it? 100% yes. Absolutely excellent boat. Ease of use is unbelievable. I mean, I know it looks simple. It is a simple bit of kit. Is it reliable? For the moment, yeah. I mean, it's a cold day. The battery life was excellent. with the deeper and the deeper mount and the compatibility of that, outstanding. I'm absolutely over the moon with it, to be honest. It's about the reliability, and I think after the last bait boat that I had, the reliability weren't there. Has it got the app features? Has it got the... No, it doesn't. But I'm not asking for that. I'm asking for reliability, being able to get into spots that I can't reach, and for France, so I'm not having to break my shoulders and break my arms spodding all the time. So very lightweight boat. The deeper does slow it up, yes. And with baiting, will it go a bit slower? Yes. Are you in a rush on a 7-day French trip? No. You're gonna keep this going out. I mean, another big thing for me is the USB-C charging on the batteries. Massive positive. Can just keep them topped up as you go, and that's a big advantage. I mean, is it as stable? Is it as durable? And how would you put it? Robust is probably the word, as your $3,000 RT7s or your $2,000 best boat bait boat company, is it? And the Tolsons and things like that. No, it's not. But I got that for £440 in the end, disregarding the extras. I mean, the deeper was Dan's, which I bought off of him. Range extender was 125 quid. Silly little things like the deeper mount, I think it was 12 quid. Got some weed guards coming from the back, which ain't on it at the moment. I think they were 5 quid. Silly little things like that. If I had £3,000 to go and buy a bait boat, I would. Don't get me wrong. Is that a good alternative? For the money, it's worth its weight in gold. And for what it's going to do for the fishing, it's worth its weight in gold. So, yeah, I see some people on the forum slating it. Oh, it's had issues with the controller, it's rubbish, mine sunk, blah, blah. What you hear about everything, isn't it? I mean, I think that was the first revisions of the bait boat where they was having issues with the controller. I think it's the updated controller now with the cruise control. I haven't had any issues at all. So would I recommend it 100%? If it's in your budget, go for it. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it, to be fair. It is good. I've had a good crack. It is freezing, still about -3. This side of the lake's totally frozen over, so I am cold, but that's done really well in the cold. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. The next bit is going to be for the viewers who have asked about the issues from the last bait boat. So Hunter 750, thank you. And yeah, hopefully stay tuned for the next vlogs. Right, this is just the final thing. I'm not going to be slating companies here. This is just an update following on from the lads who were looking at what happened on the last vlog with the Rippton Black Samurai bait boat. I didn't get any resolution to the fact of what the fault was, but the tackle shop and Rippton did admit there was a fault with it, straight out the box. Now, £800 I think I paid for that bait boat. Was having connectivity issues, as you see. You can watch in the last vlog and see proper nightmare. I think they were trying to get out of it personally, the tackle shop. They were saying we have to contact Rippton, find out what the fault is. It's clearly a known fault because now they've all been removed from sale from the website. Would I recommend that boat? No. Does it look good? Yeah, it's a sexy bit of kit. Is the app good? Yes, with the GPS. Can't argue with it like that. Not reliable in my the big antennas out the top. I can understand it. 2.4 gigahertz. It needs a connectivity, and that said it can go up to 800 meters. Do you need to go 800 meters? No. I couldn't even go 80 meters with it, and I think with a bit of kit like that, yeah, I was lucky I was on this lake, so I could get hold of it. And Dan come in and he had his deeper just in case. If you're fishing on your own, last thing you want to be doing is losing a bit of kit like that. The mess around that I had with the tackle shop was very frustrating, and that sort of added the stress on, and I won't be going back to that tackle shop. As I said, I'm not going to start slating them. They are a very well-known tackle shop in the southeast of England, so I'm sure you can work it out because there's not many people that sell the Ripptons. If you've got the boat and it's working for you, happy days, but you can only check eBay and see people selling them to sort of gauge what the boat's about. I was highly disappointed and highly frustrated, and not that we were in a fishing trip, it was a blank anyway regardless, but at the same time you're so hyped up for the boat. I was looking at all these boats. I was going to get the Ridgemonkey 750 to start with, and I should have just followed my gut. Got the Rippton, fancy app, fancy GPS. Do I rate it? No. Would I recommend it? No. But appreciate you watching anyway, guys, and hopefully this bait boat saga now is done and dusted, and we can actually get fishing and use it once the weather warms up a bit. I mean, the snow's coming in tonight, so don't blame no one being down here, to be honest with you. But I'm getting back in that van now. Any questions and any guidance that I can give you, I'll try. Put it down in the comments. Yeah, like, comment and subscribe, guys, and I appreciate you watching. If you've got this far, then yeah, I appreciate it, because I know these videos can be long and they can be boring, and it's not like a Calder video where we're smashing out loads of fish. It's real carp fishing. Me and John will do some posts, or probably do another video to announce what the crack is, and we should be down here in a few weeks, weather depending. But my plan now, get back in that van, get home, get the bait boat dried out and the batteries on charge, and get a nice cup of tea and warm up and wait for this snow later, because I'm freezing. I'm absolutely freezing. So yeah, from Hello Carp, thanks guys. Thanks to the people who paid interest into the last video and had the concern about the bait boat. So all back, all working for now. So cheers guys, take care.